Hello everyone and welcome back. Tone here for some more Circadian Dice. At the moment we are just checking out all the classes. I've played the Cleric. Actually I did all of the levels 5 stars on the Cleric on non-hard mode before we can unlock hard mode. First, then I messed around with the Ninja a little bit on I believe hard and non-hard mode. Oh, I played the Ninja quite a bit on non-hard mode. And a decent amount on hard mode. But yeah, and then we played the Bard once for a recording. So we're checking out other guys. So let's see what we want to mess with now. I want to check out the Timebender, because whatever the story is for this game, like the Timebender has some crucial role in it, I believe. So it'd be nice to see what she's all about. The mysterious Timebender can slow or speed up time and uses her skills to blend different futures together. Her starting skills are Finesse, gain 2 rerolls, 50% chance to gain 1 white gem. Not bad. So you can, half the time you can reroll that. So it's kind of like the Ninja Shuriken, except she gets rerolls. And Glimpse the Future, temporarily change each rolled face to a random face from the shop. That's interesting, implementing the shop in another way like that. I like that mechanic a lot. Because in this game, like, you don't like go to the shop in between levels or anything. It's always there and it's always rotating in and out. So to pull that into like a mechanic you can use like that to make it more than just a shop is pretty darn cool. That's really interesting mechanic. I like that. So we'll take her, and I don't know what levels we've done so far for videos. But I think we should do Infested Sewers or Necromancer Tower here. We've been having trouble in the Infested Sewers, it seems. I don't know if the Timebender is fit for that or not. Let's just go to the Necromancer Tower and see what they've got going on. So we get to actually pick 3 relics here. I'm curious what she gets here. So she gets reroll symbols. Reroll symbols remain on die faces when they're upgraded. That sounds incredible. Let's grab that. Do we want to give her Moonstone Essence to start with our 3rd die? What's her starting health? 18. Because that means she would have half the starting health. Her class ability for Diploma, she would get, you may lock and unlock your die face this turn, which I believe blocks it from rerolling. That's pretty cool. She seems like a lot of fun, actually. Just manipulating like dice rolls and faces and stuff seems a really cool theme for a class here. I think we'll go ahead and take the coin pouch so we can get extra cash to spend every round. What does she start with? If I take this and a capture die, you may lock and unlock this die ongoing. Ooh, that's incredible. Okay, let's take that. This seems good. Add a charge to a random ability. Let's go with this combo. We'll take on the Necromancer Tower. First time I've seen this on hard mode. Let's see what happens. So I can just lock this thing down. That is sweet. She actually starts with some temporal gold and 2 reroll activation sides. Having a heart on reroll activation actually makes taking that ability that gives you half starting health, but always your 3rd die, seems like a really strong pick. And this has a reroll activation temporal gold. Oh, I almost want to go back and take that now that I know what her dice look like. Okay, we're going all in on the time shenanigans. Goodbye money pouch. Hello Moonstone Essence. Let's do it. Check this out. We could start off with 3 temporal gold here. Potentially buy something that costs up to 6. Here's a side that starts with reroll and keeps it when upgraded, and it's a shield, which a lot of these classes that are non-cleric seem to be lacking, but tends to be very... I'm gonna buy this right away. I could keep this and just get this for free, which is kind of insane. Or even lock this and look for damage. This says temporarily change each rolled face to a random face. Oh, it's a random face. That's a little different. I thought we got to pick. That's a little iffy. I think we need to buy this now. I'm just wondering if I should keep this and take 2 damage to gain this for free. I think I will. And then we buy this and put it on. Something like this. Maybe this. We're probably not going to replace that blue crystal right away. Because I'm assuming a lot of our abilities use blue crystals. We might overwrite this shield later. Although we might not. Having a reroll activation shield is quite nice. But we might reroll the shield, or overwrite it, so we can keep the cantrip, or the reroll activation cantrip on it. Kinda want to keep that coin there. I'm gonna do this. Alright, now we want to kill you this turn, which this side lets us do. But also let us buy something for 4, which I don't think I'm gonna do. Even though this is pretty good. I think we just take the kill here, and the white gem. I'll just take the streak there. I didn't look at what the top right was, I probably should have. Alright. Mummy takes 1 piercing damage for each health you gain, but has a cursing attack. Cursing to us adds curse 1 to a random die face when dealing damage to you. That die face deals 1 damage to you when it is rolled. I forget how you can get rid of curses. I don't know if you can. I'd like to not take curse damage. Alright, I'm gonna reroll, which is gonna give us +1 health here. Oh, and that did 1 damage to him. And actually, you're gonna take 1 more damage when I reroll. And we're gonna get a shield. Now you don't do any damage if I keep... Okay, this was a great turn. I have 2 shield now, so nothing hurts me here. I think we're not supposed to kill this guy, because he might die to hearts next turn. The problem is if I don't roll hearts and I don't get 2 damage to kill him, we might have to take that curse, so we'll see. Alright, so we leveled up and we have to choose an ability here. We have Gamble. Reroll, then gain 1 gold, health, and a random gem for each unique symbol rolled. Or Tail of the Dragon. Until the next time you take damage, gain 2 gold at the end of each turn. Wow. That sounds really strong. I mean, like if we have like a lot of shields. I like both of these a lot. This is something we want to use early. Try and gain like 4 gold early or something. I don't know how often we're going to actually be able to not take damage though. This gives us gold too, and random. Let's take the gamble. This is also like a free reroll. Okay, so this is on sale and cost 1. It's a little hard to pass up on that just to replace like a white gem. Capturing. Deal 1 piercing damage when you score hearts on this die. Or 50% chance to get a blue gem when scoring red gems on this die, and vice versa. Or can sacrifice. I don't remember what sacrificing does. It says 50% chance to survive the sacrifice. I don't remember what that does. That's not bad. I don't know. We don't have a lot of hearts going on. I don't remember if a score just means rolling it or keeping it. Or if I actually have to like use it. So it might activate when we do a reroll activation on that. There might be more interesting stuff to capture. This is really hard to pass up for 1 gold. We'll see if we roll any temporal gold this turn though. Like that. I need to kill the mummy this turn though, I think. Oh shoot. I did not mean to keep that. Oh, but do we have a heart over here? So he took 1 damage? Okay, that works. Because then I can kill you anyways. Could also buy this. This is a really strong side. Piercing, and then the 2 gems that we use the most. I can actually buy both of those. Buy this first and see what comes up. I think we would do something like this. Oh. If I slap this on this die, then this becomes a 2 damage attack. All of our abilities have a pretty good number of charges. I don't keep a lot of gem faces because I'm usually trying to do damage or block. So I like having some useful gems on a piece or a side that I'm likely to keep regardless. This one has a red gem, which is kind of worthless to us right now. Imagine putting 4 hearts on a reroll activation. Hold up. Okay, let's do this. Why should I care about that temporal gold reroll activation over here? Not that much, but I think this makes a lot of sense. So now every time we reroll this, we gain 4 health. Let's kill the mummy, and we'll just take 2 damage this turn. I reroll this and we heal 4. Awesome. Do I want to keep this? Get the kill, guaranteed. Gain a white gem. What else could we gain? I can gain coin, I can gain health. Other gems. Temporal gold, but we don't really have anything we could spend it on. We take this. And the bone piles, I think because they're harmless, you don't have to kill them before the end of the turn. They just revive into a skeleton if you don't win fast enough or damage them. What do we have here? Acolytes. Deals damage equal to its attack to you when it dies. Oh, interesting. And Frenzy means it gains 1 attack every time it deals damage. This is another turn where we really want some shield to block these guys, and I don't want to take a curse again. This is a pretty good turn to get Glimpse of the Future. There's a lot of good faces in the shop here. What do these guys do when captured? After attacking with a Fang on this die, sacrifice Acolyte. Oh, do things with sacrifice side just always get sacrificed when you use a Fang? Maybe that's how these things work. Deal 1 piercing damage to random enemy when you score hearts on this die. That'd be really good to get this over here. And there's a Fang. Oh, but we already have a pretty good enemy in this one captured here. And I still don't know if scoring hearts is the same as re-rolling on this. Well, bottom line is I think I want to kill this guy or get 2 shield this turn. Which may require the use of some abilities. I think we would use all of these on our last roll if we don't get something we need, so we'll... That was weird, these two got like stuck together. So this damages you. Wait, takes 1 piercing damage for each health you gain. This guy dies when I re-roll. Okay, that's incredible actually. Health is great on this dungeon because of that. I have 2 other damage here, so I could kill one of the acolytes or a skeleton. And take a little bit of damage, which I think probably feels pretty good. Or I can re-roll and see what else we get. Let's just do that. Since we were going to get that kill anyways. I'm only gaining 2 health from this. This isn't amazing. Time to just pop a gamble here. Or I could take a random shop sides, which are pretty good on this turn. This turn isn't that big of a deal. We'll just keep this. Whatever. I don't like anything I can capture here. Nothing I can do with the temporal gold. I wouldn't mind just killing one of these acolytes right now with this 2 damage. I'm not likely to get more damage. Just go ahead and do that. Oh, I forgot I take damage when they die. Oh, that's problematic because he's about to get 3 health. I completely forgot about that. Okay, let's lock in this. I think capturing this avoids that damage, but I don't know if that's worth using this. It definitely isn't. Okay, so I'm gonna take 3 more damage. Oof. Whoa, add a reroll activation to target die face. We have so many gems too. This can't be worth breaking our streak over, can it? We miss out on 30 points per remaining level. So 120 plus this 180 points. I think it's too late to be able to consider that, but that's a really cool ability. This is pretty nice too, just because of the 2 reroll sides, which persist thanks to this sigil. What do we have here? Lord of the Undead. Other enemies respawn once as a walking corpse. We can only do maximum 2 damage here. This looks like a really tough round. I need to heal up here. I think we're going to end up using some skills here to try and hit our reroll sides a lot. Perfect start. These guys only do fear, which I'm fine with, because I don't know when we're going to see more bats. I don't know if we're supposed to kill the Acolyte or the Lord of the Undead first. I think we're expecting to get a shield at some point this turn, so I'm going to go for the Lord of the Undead. Because I think if he dies, then we don't have to deal with the walking corpses. I don't know what the walking corpses are. Were those the guys from the first level that were like a 2-1 or 2-2? Untargetable or something like that? We'll reroll here. I'm just going to put some damage onto you. This would be 3 damage onto you. Also enough temporal gold to buy this. But I think we really need you to die this turn. I'm gonna lock this in. Oh, I have to keep this. We're gonna finesse here. 2 more rerolls. Okay, this kills you. If I keep this. Let's just buy this as well. We end up taking 2 damage from the Acolytes, and then they frenzy. I really wish we got that block, but I think killing you first turn is a pretty significant win here for us. We're about to gain a blue gem, which does nothing, but I don't want to both of these screw up my turn here. I think we just take this and accept that we're going to take a bunch of damage here. Well, we only take 2 here. Then when I kill these guys, we take an additional damage because they're frenzy. These guys are only adding fear, which is fine so far. Okay. Okay, that level up did nothing. Ooh, this costs 9. I think the more health these chests have, the better the rewards. I've gotten like 7 gold from our 9 or 10 health chest, which is a lot. 2 temporal gold. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this like we were talking about. I wanted to put this over here, but I don't want to overwrite these swords right now. I want to keep the shield, and I don't want to put another reroll activation on this because it's going to go to waste. Because if we put something without reroll activation, we keep that one. So I think this needs to go somewhere else. The places this goes that makes sense is actually a little awkward here, because I kind of want to overwrite these. I mean, they're pretty good on their own since you just reroll them anyways, but they can become incredible if we slap another strong side on top of the reroll activation. So wherever I put them, like it'd be nice to have adjacent sides that we want to upgrade as well. I guess we get that here. I just lose some damage for the time being. You know, I think I like it here, actually. You lose less damage. We upgrade the gem eventually, but we have another one. Okay, I like that. Hopefully we get enough gold to buy some more stuff. It is getting pretty late in here. In the wave. I think we lock this thing again. 2 damage. And these we reroll and reap the benefits anyways. If I keep this, I get 2 white gems, but what am I going to do with those? Oh, temporarily change each rolled face to a random face from the shop. That has a high likelihood of getting us a key right now. Which would be kind of epic. Kind of want to get a shield before we do that, though. Reroll here. Nice. So I think... Oh, I don't get to proc this unless I reroll. I think I pop Gamble and then Glimpse the Future. Gamble will reroll, which should proc this. And I guess if I knew I was going to Glimpse the Future, then I should have unlocked this, because I might have been able to pop this. I think Glimpsing the Future to try and get a key is a pretty good move, because there's 3 of 8 faces here, so we have a 3 in 8 chance 3 times to get a key. Actually, 3 of 7. I don't know if it'll pick this. Maybe it will. I don't know how that'll play out. There's a very high chance that we get a key here, which could be really big. Okay, so I'm gonna unlock that. I wonder if locking this means we don't overwrite it, but I think we want to overwrite it. We want the chances to get one of those keys. And there's some other like nice sides in here anyway, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna gamble to reroll, which gave me a shield. Jack, whoa. What did that just do? Gain 1 health, 1 gold, and 1 random gem for each unique symbol rolled. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unique symbols. So we just got 5 gold, 5 health, and 5 random gems? I thought I had 1 gold. Maybe I didn't. That was pretty amazing. But we did get our shield. And I'm gonna glimpse the future here. We got our key. I got another shield, which means I take no damage this turn. Okay, this is actually like the ideal outcome. Let's go. Oh, that was 9 gold. That was so worth it. That was insane. I can't believe that. So for 14 gold pieces, do I want anything that's over here right now? This feels like it just for another reroll activation shield. This seems pretty nice if I slap this sword, 3 gems in the key, onto a reroll activation side. We don't have to worry about gems at all for the rest of the run, I think. And it only costs 5. I think we should do that. This key I don't care about. We'll probably end up overwriting that again. I think I'd do something like this. I think I want this. I can get 2 more reroll activation shields and we'd be so defensive. I think we need some serious offense here, though. We're a little too defensive. Like, if we come up against one enemy with a shield, we're kind of screwed right now. I like that splash attack. I don't know why there's a gap here, but the next few waves have multiple enemies. I think we need to look for like a attack that does more than 1 damage. So we'll save our money here. Just so I don't get screwed by a shield, which we would just get like hard blocked from one, I think, right now. I'll do this, which is going to kill you this turn. Alright. Sure, I'll just take the 2 damage to kill you. Oh, do I want to do anything with this temporal gold? Side's pretty decent. I think I'm gonna use it to restock for free though. Quote unquote free. I didn't get any damage again. These sides are all really nice, but there's only one thing that does damage. I need something that does 2 damage. We have this, which we can lock that, so that's not totally unreliable. Alright, let's see what our next turn does. I think we lock this. We don't have much to gain from rerolling health here. Rerolling this, we're going to gain these 2, yeah. And this is going to kill one of these guys guaranteed. This is what we're looking for right here. Big damage Fang attack. Well, we're not going to buy that yet because we're going to get temporal gold this turn. But we want that. We're getting a bajillion white gems this turn. We don't need them for anything. I don't want to use any because all these things change our dice faces or allow us to reroll them. And I don't really think I need to do that. I'd rather save those to go nuts on these as in these last 3 waves after this if we need to. We'll just keep this. Go ahead and buy that. And do this. So this is 4 damage and a shield on a reroll activation. Insane. And that makes me feel infinitely better about our damage situation there. That fixed it entirely in my eyes. We still have to hit it, but with it on a reroll activation and all these things we do that like give us more rerolls, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Here's a pretty freaking good side too. Both of these faces are really nice. Damn, attack multiplier on a reroll activation is pretty amazing. Because this does nothing when you keep it. Like, it's not a usable side. So, like, ideally you do reroll that and get another usable side. I could lock this in. We could kill this guy. And then we can just reroll for... what, this coin? Let's see what else we roll here. Okay, we'll lock that now. We'll get a temporal gold. And we keep this regardless. Do I want to buy this side? Not really. We're getting late in the run, so we're probably not going to be making many more purchases, which is fine. All of our dice here are really strong already. The big appeal... I mean, this is a points generator, actually. This probably pays for itself. Okay, I just talked myself into this. I was looking at this more as just buying the reroll activation so I could slap it on something else, but no, I'm actually really into this. The red gem is worthless at the moment. I might overwrite this this capture side. Oh, where would I put this? Doesn't really make sense here because I have the reroll activation on that. Unless I did something like this. I'm trying to keep a lot of these swords around though. I don't need a red gem reroll activation. I guess something like this is pretty good. I don't really want to overwrite this shield, which makes replacing anything over here a little awkward because I don't want to overwrite both swords as well. And the red gem side here is going to be overwritten at some point. I don't see any reason we'd keep that. I think it has to go over here. We'll make do without those two swords. Alright, we'll continue streak. Check out this nasty side. That's a lot of symbols. It's a piercing, cursing, life-stealing, stunning attack with a chain, a key, a blue gem, and a white gem. Oh, check this out. Here's the shields. We would have been so screwed on this level before. What happens if I capture one of you guys? Gain a red or blue gem when you score one or more shields on this die. I have so much gem generation. That's a nice alliteration there. So that doesn't feel terribly important. I don't mind trying to capture one of these guys just to do it and get them off the screen. I think we want to reroll as much as possible with our dice here right now. How do I kill these guys? Actually. Do I just hit this a bunch of times? Because this only does 1 damage to them after their shields, and nothing else does any damage. I think I just reroll this a ton. And we're gonna just buy more rerolls here. Okay, there's one. We're gaining gold here in the process. Hopefully we gain some more shields too. So this is gonna kill one. This does 4 damage, so 3 after their shield. I could try capturing one. It's a 70% chance. Or we could keep on rolling. See if we just get the capture. Okay. I feel good about just deleting them even if we don't care about that. And that was kind of a blank side for us anyways. We haven't really seen anything we cared about capturing, so having like a side that we definitely want to overwrite seems good to me. Although I have a feeling our dice feel strong enough that I might just save all my gold for a score at this point. We'll see. Spending 120 points on some of these epic sides, 130 points here, feels like a lot, even though the sides are like game breaking. I think we want to keep re-rolling here. Getting more unique sides from the shop to hit with gamble is pretty nice too. Let's take finesse here. This is interesting, actually. This is a strong points generator and has healing, and the attack multiplier is insane. The attack multiplier actually helps her damage problem a lot too. Hold up. We're buying this. It's only 6 gold. I want both of these to get reroll activation, so that means I need to slap it here, here, or here. I don't want to lose either of these faces. That means it's going here. Which is a shame because I'd like to keep this, but it's okay. We are getting an even better gold side. A lot of our build is being enabled by this relic, by the way. Reroll symbols remain on die faces when they are upgraded. Increased price on reroll faces in the shop. This is going to pay for itself. We have 1 shield, so I'm taking 2 damage here. Does nothing. Do I just take the 2 damage? No, we keep rerolling to generate money. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, wait, okay. I thought it kept. I wish these 2 buttons were further apart. I hit the wrong thing a lot. I need to get a combo that will kill you. Up gamble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this kills. Perfect. And yeah, that was actually a lot of extra gold and stuff. 3 piercing is nuts. Adding stun to something is pretty incredible. Like, we could put this over here and make this like a 2 damage stun on a reroll activation, which is really nice. There's some really good stuff in the shop here. I don't know if we need any of it. There's 2 waves left. Oh, I forgot. Attack multiplier doesn't work on fangs for some reason. This side I'm not super interested in, and it's where a lot of the cost here is. Oh, what is our reverse activation? We're getting pretty close to something really good. Three damage piercing attack is really good. I don't think we need that anymore, though. Okay, last turn we need to get something that kills you, buddy. Which this does. I'm just gonna keep that. Keep that streak going. Walking Corpse, 2/2. Skelephant does 6 damage, 3 health, and a shield. Oh my gosh, effect while captured. Attacks on this die are increased by the number of red or blue gems you have, whichever is lowest. So everything would be +2 attack since we can't even spend red gems. Those do so much damage. Wow. Okay. Do I want the 3 piercing attack just for dealing with these guys? Jeez. What's our outlook look like for killing these guys otherwise? This kills, and this kills with... Wait, no, this doesn't get reroll activation. I just gotta keep hitting this. It's kind of like the last level. Okay, I think we do want piercing, so let's grab this. Ooh, another die. This doesn't have any rerolls on it. That's no fun. Ooh, this is a tough turn. Glimpse the future, temporarily change everything for shop dies. Just a lot of hearts and music notes in the shop right now. Well, let's finesse this. Okay, so this kills one of them when I reroll it. We're also up to 2 shields. Okay, this is beautiful. I wish we could reroll this. Or attack. So I want to reroll to get a key, and then we should be able to kill this guy pretty reliably. We do have 6 turns left here. I think rerolling. So we get 10 points per turn basically because of the streak, but I think with rerolling with these gold cantrips gets us even more points. And we don't spend the gold. Or instead of the key, I can do this. It was, what, 3 gold there? I guess we're keeping this. He doesn't do damage to us. And I can either reroll for gold, or I can just take the kill here. This means any attack side we roll is going to kill. I think we go for a reroll here. So we got +1 gold because I rerolled, which breaks even actually. The gem doesn't matter. Yeah. Take that streak. And what do we have here? Another Skelephant. Another Lord of the Undead. And Necromancer summons a random skeleton each turn, gains 4 health when a skeleton dies. Mouse over for more. 1 shield. Okay. 10 health. That guy's gonna be annoying. Alright, we have a ton of coins and stuff to spend here, and there's actually some insane stuff in the shop to get in with Glimpse the Future right now. I like our odds. This is a really, really strong build. I think we're always just gonna reroll until the end. We just kill that skeleton real quick. Oh, this guy summons the walking corpses. That's fine. I think we're gonna finesse. Just to get more rerolls. Okay, this is pretty big. Not really with that roll, though. I can do 4 damage. Which gets us pretty close to killing this guy. Or I can Glimpse the Future. There aren't a lot of attack sides here. I don't think that does too much for us right now, actually. Gambling to get another reroll feels pretty good. I hit like one of our big sides. This doesn't get doubled by this though, so that's just 4 damage. What shield? I don't have any shield. I think we can keep this. We'll just do some damage to you. I don't see any reason to spend our temporal gold. A random skeleton. Skelectron? Stuns adjacent enemies when they die. Okay, these are not the rolls I am looking for. Ooh. Ooh. You know we're rerolling this. 3 rerolls. 3 like awesome reroll activation sides. Wanna pop Gamble here? If I drop this on you, you will have 7 health left. If I hit this, then that's 6 damage with the multiplier, which should drop you. We get pretty close to killing the Necromancer this turn. And we're actually not taking damage from anything with our shield, so I think we're gonna go for that. Try to get the quick Necromancer kill. And we rolled this with our gamble again. Which is, this is like big money. Too bad we got this side. This is just another 2 damage to you. I think we're gonna finesse and keep re-rolling. Okay, there's another attack multiplier. We have to roll better than that. We have to. Glimpse the future. Okay, well that's 12 damage. That'll do it. That's what I'm looking for. Hang on. These guys give score, but only 2 points. We'll kill you first, because otherwise you would spawn a guy. Level up is just a little extra health. Six turns left to farm gold, essentially. Is buying this worthwhile? Will I roll this 3 times? I might. I mean, 6 turns is 3 rolls a turn. We won't count this one, so we'll say 5 turns, 15 rolls, 6 dice sides. It's 2.5 rolls. We actually don't hit that enough, unless we get lucky. We get more rerolls off of this too. We'll just keep what we have, save our gold. But we're gonna do maximum rerolls from here on out. Which is just one more gamble, actually. I thought we had more of other stuff. We may as well... Actually, no, we don't want to glimpse the future when we have this. Up gamble here. We got this again, so we're going to keep that. That was a poor gamble roll. Oh look, this one says 0 left instead of... Oh, what is this? Gain 4 gold and enough XP to reach the next level. That's 4 more points. And level 7, which I've never seen. Hold up. I don't know if leveling up gives you points either. That might be useful. Second thought, reroll all dice to the face they had before the last reroll and gain 1 reroll. Yo. Or deal 2 piercing damage. Nah, we can get some gold off of this thing. I don't know what my last reroll was, but we're gonna take advantage of this. Okay, so we're gonna keep this. You're gonna do 2 damage, which is fine. In fact, you can't kill me before the game ends, right? 6 turns, that's 12 damage. So I don't have to worry about you at all, except that I need to kill you eventually. Okay, nothing here. We are just looking for gold at this point. I want to hit this before using Second Thought. Which I think we should hit that enough with 5 turns left to get value out of this. This does cost gems, so it feels bad wasting this gem, but we're just going to keep this. And I'm not going to kill you here, because that'll end the run now. Okay, here we go. Oh, and I have this. We have an engine here. I can just use this to gain 10 gold right now. 10 plus gold. Now this is 1 damage. Wait, what? Oh, it's letting me use this before I reroll. Cancel that. This is 2 damage. So, for the 3rd time while trying to record this run, there was a false fire alarm in my freaking building. So I hopefully edited that out. And I forgot what we were doing, but I think we were in the middle of a sick Second Thought chain. So I think I'm supposed to play this right now, and I hope I'm not misremembering. I'm not going to play that because I don't want to kill you. Yes, okay. So what's happening right now is every time I reroll these faces, I gain white gems and 2 gold. Second Thought I can use 5 times, and it rolls us back to these faces. I replace the gems I need to cast it by rerolling this, and then I gain 2 gold. So we're basically gaining 10 gold plus more if we reroll these. Because when it rewinds, it also gives us the reroll activations. And this just seems like about the best opportunity we're going to get to use this. Okay, so we use all of that. So Glimpse the Future I think we use when there's no gold on our our end-up hand. So like this, we're going to Glimpse the Future. For the 3 in 8 chance that we end up getting this. Which we did not get, so I'm going to keep these. We're not going to kill. Alright, and we're just going to keep re-rolling, looking for gold reroll activations. We're gold on our final dice. Now there's the slimmest chance we don't roll damage and we lose here, so I wonder if I should just end now. Or can I roll damage on the next 8 dice? Plus a Glimpse the Future chance? Okay, so we can, yeah, we can risk this. Okay, and I think we just go for this kill here instead of risking one more. Just the fact of getting gold on the next roll gives us less chance of getting damage as well. So I think we're just going to take this. And that will be GG. $43 gold for a 430-point gold bonus. 100 points from jackpots. That's what I was getting from Gamble. I guess it was added score. I don't remember if it said that. 1,300 points. That might be a record for me. Yeah, the Timebender was strong. That was a really fun playstyle. I really enjoyed those mechanics. And I don't know if every run's going to go quite this well. I suspect you can hit runs along the lines of this pretty frequently if you take that diploma. Or this isn't diploma. I forget what that one's called. If you take that skill or that relic, because I think she started with 3 reroll activations on her first 3 dice. So you do have to get a little lucky with them in the shop, but even without that, I think you can get a lot of value out of that by putting just like strong faces on the ones you start with. So cool stuff. We unlocked the next hard mode scenario. We got a relic. This is unlocked just from doing hard mode challenges. So whenever you level up, set your health to its maximum. Decrease your starting maximum health by 3. That's actually incredibly strong. That is really good. And that pairs extremely well with the Moonstone Essence, which makes you start with half-life. Level up quick, which you do. And it basically negates that. I like that a lot. That's a really strong, strong relic. Well, that's the Timebender. And that might be my highest score so far. I'm pretty close. A lot of 11 and 1200s mixed in here. Oh, 1315. That barely edges this one out. But yeah, that was a good score. Well guys, thanks again for watching. This was a fun one. Looking forward to the next one. And I don't know if I mentioned at the top, but if you do want to support the channel and me and this content, you can do that over at patreon.com/Tonehack. So give it a look if you feel like it. Otherwise, until next time, see you all